I am here with Yuvraj from Borough. What are you and your team building?
Hey Matt, nice to meet you. So we're Borough and we're building a platform for municipal governments that helps them communicate effectively and efficiently with their residents. What we've realized that the younger generation, particularly Gen Zs and millennials, are not partaking in the civic process as much as they should, which is really important for towns to thrive. So we want to personalize the experience, starting off with communication, so that the meetings that are happening or the topics that are being discussed, which are important to people who are busy or are just not familiar with the technology that is right now a little old school. So we want to create something that is modern and personalized for residents so that they really know what's happening around the towns and on topics that really matter to them and what kind of decisions are being taken at a local level.
Yeah, super important. And what have you loved about building here at C10 Labs and building in Boston?
Absolutely. So it's been great. This is the second week at C10 Labs, and we're very lucky to be a part of this experience. Great mentors, great AI support that we were looking for, because using AI and what kind of wedges can we create with AI, that's something that we're getting a lot of help with. So great support from the mentors and the leadership at C10 Labs. So we're very excited. And building in Boston, I love the city. I've been here since the past 15 years, started as a graduate student in Northeastern. So it's just the experience, the pain points that we understood are here in Boston, right? So that experience, the immigrant experience that I've had in understanding the ecosystem and then trying to build things better is great. The city allows us to do that. So we're very lucky to be here and build for a problem that exists in this ecosystem. So yeah, very, very excited.
Totally. And last but not least, what are some other startups maybe you partnered with, collaborated with, or just even are watching from afar and respect that you would give a shout out for the community?
Absolutely. So there is a startup called Polymorphic that is also looking to innovate in the GovTech sector. They've shown some great progress, and we are looking to them as an inspiration and to understand how we can also kind of emulate their success, particularly in the GovTech space, which can be challenging. But that's the whole idea, right? Is to find a difficult problem, try to solve it with technology.
This is Matt from MGMT Boston, and this is the Borough team. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Matt.
I am here with the TrialV team. What are you all building?
TrialV is a voice AI agent for clinical trials. And the problem we are trying to solve is one of the biggest challenges in the drug development, which is the clinical trial delays. And for TrialV, we are automate the early stage patient outreach and the pre-screening for clinical trials so that we can accelerate the clinical trials in general.
Yeah, for now, we have already released our first the MVP product, and we can contact 1,000 patients at the same time and save a lot of the workload from the clinical team.
Yeah, that's great. And what do you all love about building at C10 Labs and building here in Boston?
One of the biggest advantage to be here around C10, which is you can get so many resources to the giant biopharmaceutical companies and those biotech firms, because eventually we want to get in more partnership with those farmers that we wanted to help them to saving time for their clinical trials. And I think C10 Lab is the best place in Kendall Square in Boston, in the heart of the biotech hubs.
Yeah, and last but not least, what are some other maybe startups, pharma companies, et cetera, that you've collaborated with, admire, have watched from afar that you would give a shout out to for the startup community?
That's a really good question. So in the past 3 years, we have an idea of building TrialV and how we use the new technologies, the AI, to transforming the drug development this industry. And we've seen a lot startups, they are using AI to integrate with the EHR systems to find patients much more faster. But from TrialV, our thinking is always to think about what's the next. After you identify patient, what comes next? It's still the CRCs, they're doing a lot manual work, contact the patient, and a lot manual process, which slow the recruitment and delay the clinical trials. And that's the thing TrialV is targeted to solve. And in the future, we see that there are going to be more AI applications in the clinical trials. And for us, we want to start with the early stage patient outreach in the patient recruitment space in the clinical trials, but we are looking forward to expand in patient engagement, patient retention, and the whole automation of the patient journey for sure.
Yeah, and we always believe that the highest priority is the data security and privacy. So we keep our client in the loop, and we do not want to replace anything in the steps. We just accelerate all the steps.
This is the TrialV team. Thanks so much for joining us.